Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Tyler.
And Mike, and this high school football video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, and all of the 562's Long Beach Poly coverage this year is brought to you by Jayon Brown and Playfair Sports Management.
On the banks of the 405 freeway, Mike, a huge high school football game here tonight. We're at Mission Viejo, Long Beach Poly taking on the Diablos. This is always a terrific matchup between these programs.
In the Devil's Playground, Poly head coach Stephen Barbie looking for one of the biggest wins of his career and one of the biggest wins Poly would have had in the last 10 years. Jackrabbits got a cathartic win over Sarah last week. They're looking to shock the world against Mission Viejo.
Running back Devin Samples has been a workhorse for Poly, and he'll be a big part of the game plan again tonight. The defense will also be tested. USC commit Dylan Williams, and that defense has been great, but Poly's secondary is going to get tested. LSU commit Dalen Austin among them, going up against our guy, Ocho Cinco, on the other side.
A great offensive mind, Chad Johnson, and he has got some great playmakers. Quarterback Caden Samanza, a Ball State commit. Quality targets, an Arizona commit, Jackson Holman, and the very explosive Mikey Matthews, who we got to see over the summer.
Yeah, so they got to bring their A game in this one. This is the number 4 ranked team in California. This is never an easy place to come and win, and the crowd was glowed up and ready to go from the start. But Poly coming out the chute, big play on the opening drive. Curry to Charles Clinton, a little P-Funk out the gate. Poly looking good, but Curry would get swallowed up by the Diablo defense. No points on the first drive, but encouraging to see them move it.
You moved it across midfield, and then on the defense, Ike Mikaele, the repo man, and D-Block force a 3-and-out on their first drive. Mission Viejo did get moving, though, on their second possession as Samanza is going to hit Holman for 30 yards out to midfield.
Yeah, and he's a big target. You can see it took 3 Jackrabbits to bring him down. Then on the rollout, going to hit Holman again, and he takes the hit. Penalty flag comes in. Mission Viejo now on the doorstep here. We move into the second quarter. It's Joseph Mendez who's going to plunge in for our first score of the game as the Diablos take the 7-0 lead less than a minute into that second quarter.
And you knew these guys were going to score, so the question was always, how is Poly going to respond? And that is exactly what they did on the ground with plenty of Devin Samples, more than a sampling. The senior running hard inside or outside, and then gets him inside the red zone.
Yeah, 6 or 1, it's half a dozen of another. Either way, it's 6 points for Poly. Curry's going to keep that one into the end zone, and we are all tied up as that Jackrabbit running game was fluid on that drive, whether it was Samples or with the keeper.
On the very next play from scrimmage, the long arm of the Dom Lolacia with the tip, Phoenix Tusa with the pick, and the 6. What an incredible turn of events for the Jackrabbits.
Lolacia is all fired up, and Tusa knows, I don't care what position you play. You pick it, you got to 6 it, and he did that.
The laws apply to everyone, Tyler. That's what we do in this country. The Diablos answer immediately with their ground game. Isaiah carry on with a huge run to start the next drive. This Mission Viejo team so good at answering the call when Poly pressed them, but the Jackrabbits defense again gets pressure on Samanza. Tusa in there again with the sack. The best way of slowing down their passing game was by getting to the quarterback.
But Mission Viejo would counter with a quick hitter to Matthews over the middle, and he's going to scoot his way in for 6. An explosive athlete, as we said. That's going to tie us up at 14 with a little over 7 minutes left in the half. After the Diablos get it back, they pound the rock some more and drive it back down for the go-ahead touchdown. Chase Walowski with the short touchdown. That's going to put Mission Viejo on top, 21-14, less than 2 minutes left in the half, but they're still not done.
For sure, after a Poly 3-and-out, Mission Viejo looking for more points before half. KJ Reed goes up for a great grab on the sidelines. We slowed it down. He was in. Incredible play. That sets up a field goal by Michael Salgado Medina, and that's going to be 17 unanswered points for Mission Viejo after Tusa's pick 6, and they go up 24-14 at halftime.
After the half, Diablos get it first. They go right back to Reed, Mr. Reed, along that sideline. And they're clearly going after junior cornerback Chase Stewart, number 13, but he would have the last laugh tonight. And again, it's Tusa in the backfield. My 4-4 makes sure all your drives don't grow, Mike.
He had 3 sacks, a monster game for 44. And in a game full of stars, you love to see the blue-collar guy come up and make those plays from the defensive tackle position. The Diablos going for it all on 4th down, but Stewart is there in coverage with the pass breakup. Again, he was not perfect tonight, but he really battled. A lot of respect for that. Poly gets it back and goes through the air. Curry to Jason Robinson for a nice pickup. Looking for the home run ball, but a great diving interception by Chase Anderson. Diablos with the takeaway deep in their own end. Basically ends up being a great punt for Poly as Mission will start from their own 5-yard line.
Yeah, they flipped the field, and then D-Block took care of business. Dylan Williams with the tackle for loss, as that they just kept him pinned down, got good field position at the Mission 40, and then back on the attack, Raiden Brown, watch the breakdown as he's going to scoot out of bounds. He was just so quick over the middle tonight, had a really big game. Then Curry going to drop the dime to his slime. That's Jason Robinson with the grab in the end zone. Rabbits with the momentum. They are only down 3, 24-21, 5:24 left in the third.
And that was sort of when you knew, okay, Poly's back in this game. You know, they were able to answer finally. And then, as usual, Mission responded. Matthews, a nice gain on the swing pass, put the Jackrabbits back on their heels. But D-Block once again would answer the bell and bear down in the red zone. D. Will with the relentless pursuit to snatch up Samanza. You could see how fired up the USC commit was.
He's such a dude and still only a junior. It's crazy. That's going to force Mission Viejo to settle for 3 again and keeps it a one-score game, 27-21. Now, into the fourth quarter, Poly looking for the lead. Curry going to find a wide-open J-Rob for a nice pickup. You can never give up on a play with him. He's so slippery and elusive. Couldn't quite get away there. He's going to get some love from his head coach as he just had a monster night. Off the play action, Curry going to hit Brown on the slant. 4 and 5, really just body shots all night.
Both over 100 yards in this game, and then again, Raiden sitting in the soft spot of the zone. Curry smartly taking that underneath pass, and then DC on the run. He is going to fire a strike across his body to Jaden Robinson for the score. A really impressive connection between the junior quarterback and the sophomore receiver, obviously both with very bright futures, not just in football, but in this game in particular, Tyler.
Absolutely. That's going to give Poly the 28-27 lead, under 10 to go. But again, Mike, Mission gonna bounce back with the counterpunch. Samanza with the keeper for a big gain, then the big Volowski with the nice run up the middle. It looked like Mission was for sure coming back with another touchdown.
It really definitely felt like it was just sort of rolling in that direction. They tried to pick on Chase Stewart, but 13 was unlucky for the Diablos in the fourth. The junior, again, really stepped up when Poly needed him to, and we have nothing but respect to see him battling against these Division I receivers out there. You could see the pride he was playing with.
And once again, the Diablos have to settle for 3 instead of getting 7. They take the lead back, but it's a 2-point game with 6:39 to go. Poly forced to punt on their next drive, and it's the dreaded double thump. Mission Viejo then recovers. Then it looks like they lost it, and Poly got it. The refs are going to have to talk about this. They determined that the Diablos never had possession, so they get the ball deep in Poly territory. Looked like the right call. But the Diablos could not put the game away with a touchdown. Instead, the Jackrabbits with another stop. Lolacio with the sack, and that's going to push Mission Viejo back for a tougher field goal try.
Well, and that ends up being significant because the field goal is going to be yanked wide left, and it's going to stay a 2-point game with 3:07 left to go. And I think at this point, everyone in the stadium was like, let's just keep doing this for another couple hours. J-Rob with a great catch to start the drive. Poly with the chance to win it on this drive. Curry hits Brown, who shakes the tackler and gets into Diablo territory. Again, a great game from both of those guys tonight, both over 100 yards in this game.
On 3rd and long, Curry going to buy some time. Scrambles for a nice chunk of yards. He's going to slide down about 2 yards short of the first. Timeout is called. Jackrabbits can kind of figure out what they want to do.
And this is the game. There's about a minute and a half left. They either get this and keep going, or they don't and they lose. 1:36 left. Curry rolling and fires a strike to J-Rob, Jason Robinson, on the other side of those chains. That is huge to extend the drive.
A big league throw for sure. Poly in field goal range, but happy to feed samples for some tough runs. Down by 2, that Poly crowd was hyped. With under a minute left, they are ready to go crazy if their team can get into the end zone. And Samples is going to take the rock, make one cut, and there is your winner. Biggest touchdown of his life as Dewey goes in to give Poly the lead with 22 seconds left in this ballgame.
Yeah, you could obviously see the emotion pouring out of this Poly team and out of the stands as well as they take the 35-30 lead with less than 22 seconds in the game. Obviously, with Mission Viejo on the other side, the game's not over till it's over, but it's desperation time for the Diablos, and Troy Tomasoa with the hit, and that will do it. Winner, winner, Diablos for dinner for these Jackrabbits as they win it 35-30.
Yeah, Samples with the game-winning touchdown right there. D-block, so many great moments to bend but not break in the red zone. And, not a lot of people were expecting Poly to come on the road and win a game like this over a top 4 team in the state, but this program has gradually been getting better under head coach Stephen Barbie and his staff, and congratulations for the work that they put in. It's a very talented group, and they're playing great football right now, Mike.
For sure, it was a ton of fun. It was very much a throwback old school Poly game. That's kind of the way they've been building this thing up. And obviously everyone's fired up, Tyler, even the ball boys.
Even the ball boy loves it. We got to thank our sponsors, including Ocean Law Center, for their support of local sports coverage. If you want to keep up with the Jackrabbits and the rest of Long Beach football, you got to keep it locked right here to the 562.org.